Hello, my name's Sarah Tremlett. I'm the author of Horsewoman, which is a poetic memoir set in a bedsit in London at the end of the 1970s and early 80s, where I was working as a fashion model, but also painting and writing at the same time. And paintings from that period are in the book, including Horsewoman. Before that, I was living with elderly parents who were fairly uncommunicative in a big old house in a village, and they bought me a horse for company, but this had to be sold due to A-levels. And so in recent writing, I found myself returning to this hybrid period, both of the looking after a horse and the rural world, and then becoming a model and working in London, going as it were from looking after a horse and the body of the horse, being one with the horse, and then going around London where my own body was very much part of getting work, living life. I also went out a lot with the fashion crowd and was part of that culture. And I had some very good times and some very bad times. I worked in Milan and Paris, New York, met some interesting people, and this is all part of the book. The protagonist, the voice of the book, is very much, as far as possible, from the time, from the toughness of the time, but also is neither a she nor I, and often blends in with the horse itself, to create this kind of otherkin persona. And also, because I had to sell the horse due to A-levels, one of the books, the text that I was reading for that was the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock, and the motif of women coming and going in the room was very much something that I related to in terms of my own life in parallel to that world, but not necessarily in a good way. London was changing at that particular period. It was moving from being where there were big old houses just left in a poetic, melancholy way to the developers moving in. And this brought with it the sense of that money was going to be king. And after all, I was able to live in a bedsit in central London, which soon became impossible. So at that period, I painted cowboy riding the horse of the world to death to kind of reflect this feeling of the world that was coming. Overall, from writing this, I've had a sense of release, a sense of healing from a period that, in a way, hadn't made sense to me. A lot happened. And in writing this book, I've managed to, I feel, to resolve things that, in fact, I wasn't aware were unresolved. But although it was a difficult and often dangerous time, I would say then that looking back, in retrospect, at least then, anything felt possible. This is from Horsewoman Orexia. I curl an eyelash around a wand, above a starving body. The mirror sees your soulful brown eye. Castings go sees a million other red-headed portfolios, rent into anorexis. Without appetite or desire, she stands, manifesting the warm perfume of straw, not Queensway, not Paddington. A large reflexology poster and medical bedside table, a room for a patient in a pillbox hat, at the end of the corridor by the shared loo. passing the door of the 50-year-old couple who never make eye contact, hiding in the front bedsit. Heard he was a copper that wasn't bent. Every morning refuse sustenance, spending nothing. Walk, don't ride, but look $1 million. All hope aside, just send it out, no desire. The luck of the bulimic meter, vomiting 1 sixpence on repeat. The luck of the stench-free phone box. The luck of no dirty men, no piss, avoiding the eyes of catcalling droolers, losers. No hopers dragging behind as the light changes. And the gamble pays off. Wind machine glare, fierce, twig knotted, clung to mane. I am hoarse, not broken on a dark-roofed night. Soft muzzle, head nuzzle, powder azure blue, slash of red. I call. You swiftly raise your head, come trotting. I learn from you how to jump high, my fear all gone. When I close my eyes, we are anything. We clear anything. Spread out like a tent, the dress rising, the glitter tights and the gold hooves. That's great. And again, lovely, lovely. You pull away. Buck your head, warm breath, whiskers, she arches and dances. Thanks, love, we've got it. She is on pages 14 to 17. No longer a chambermaid or dresser nor waitress now, though all these things loiter, ready to lean on her crackly bell, leave piles of unwanted circulars in a shoddy hall or slam the door on the way to a go-see, trying to steal this many-faced portfolio of me. Vital statistics for all to see, all that is seen.